Don't fade away when light shatters lost in the dark. Deep inside, dreams of life. Like it or not, we made it this far. Scared I like to tell the tale. Still with me around my burdens. Will this fight be the final chapter? I do not know how this ends. Is this what I dream of? I'm not the hero that you wished for. Will I be able to deny? Will I be able to defy? Another day, another fantasy. Is this ephemeral or unresting? Don't fade away when light shatters lost in the dark. Rain of light, dreams of light. Legends never die. Don't fade away, I'll skip at the thousand for now. There's no stand, yeah. My will is unbreakable. This can seem my spirit broke apart. I have a burden to fulfill. I survive still in dreaming. Though I may tremble, scared and covered now. I've been so lost and I forgot her. I will live up to our promised dream. I'll let your promised dream become our promised dream. Even when I stand alone, fade away when light shatters lost in the dark. Rain of light, dreams of light. Legends never die. Don't fade away, I'll skip at the thousand for now. Takes no stand, yeah. My will is unbreakable. Fade away, don't last from the stand for us all. Standing tall for our cause. The story fades out. Destiny, everything that rises before shadows come. When there is doubt, there is dust. Fade away, so the trials that she will face, we embrace, we must grace. One light brings for us all. Destiny, a cover of silence returns. Lost someone, chaos in history. Don't fade away when light shatters lost in the dark. Ray of light, let just fade away. Don't fade away when light shatters lost in the dark. Deep inside, dreams of life. Like it or not, we made it this far. Still I like to tell the tale. Still with me around my burdens. Will this fight be the final chapter? I do not know how this ends. Is this what I dream of? I'm not the hero that you wished for. Will I be able to deny? Will I be able to defy? Another day, another fantasy. just lost in the dark ray of light. Let's just fade away. 切り裂く光赤く螺旋を抱いて待ち焦がれた無限の見込まれて永遠の地懐かしい闇よ崩れ触ってそして人となりで約束した戦いのその先を巡ろう因果に消えない罰を巡り来たる蘇る時が切り裂く光赤く終われない命ほどけない鎖無数の世界食らいつく影連れてみんなの終わりへ迫り来る夜果てるまでだから眠りにつく安らかな願いは壊れた夢許されぬ罪にかき消された叫び届かぬまま深き号に戦いは続いてく歪む魂望み託した伸ばした手が虚しくこきる刻まれた棘強く抗う力で引きちぎる鎖世界を壊す海から抜け出せ人類を封じて白みゆく朝この世を生きる切り裂く光赤く終われない命ほどけない鎖無数の世界食らいつく影連れてみんなの終わ
All right. Oh, god damn it. Position my camera.
Cooked.
I forgot that. Wait. You know what? That's good. That's good. Center me. Yeah.
I know,
We're
because
good.
I'm the one that's doing it.
Sending your meat, bro. What?
Sir, the mics are hot.
So am I.
Anyway, what is going on, everyone? Episode 198 of the Self-Regulators Podcast. Appreciate y'all for coming up and pulling up and tuning in on this lovely Thursday evening. We are the best gaming podcast in South Florida. You heard it here first, and you will continue to keep hearing it. Across the table from me is none other than my co-host Walooiji.
Man, we're really on episode 198. That's already insane that we're almost at 200 episodes. We just got a recent new announcement within our following and such and our viewing, and definitely appreciate y'all.
Absolutely. And to his side,
Left.
his left, ButterPunch.
Woo, woo, woo. 198. We got how many more? We got like,
Two more, motherfucker.
yeah, we got 2 more for 200. 52 more to beat America on 250 years. That's all I'm saying. Happy July 4th, early July 4th.
I didn't think about the 4th of July. God damn it.
Yes, man. Appreciate y'all for watching and tuning in. Thank y'all so much. Oh, let me get this out of the way.
Damn. The guest star, the bull.
Yeah, I can't believe somebody put that there. I'm gonna drop kick him when I find out.
Yeah, complete big back. But anyway.
Don't get me started.
Anyway, first things first, I do want to give a shout out to everyone that followed the podcast Instagram. Shout out to y'all because we actually hit 1,000. So big ups.
Which is
Thank you
crazy.
guys so much.
Thank you so much for 1,000, guys.
After so many years of doing the podcast, putting out content on that Instagram, it finally hits 1,000. So thank you guys so much for continuing to follow us and support us and in everything that we do. We greatly appreciate y'all so much. I
One
can't,
love, brother.
I can't express that enough. But
Yeah.
thank you guys again. Like that's another great milestone, and hopefully we can do the same with YouTube as well. Get that up to 1,000, and then just keep on going, man. Because we're being consistent at doing this, and I can't wait for episode 200. Like, man, we're getting there. We are definitely getting there. Slowly but surely, and I can't wait for episode 200. It's going to be a great one, and we got to thank y'all for being a part of this experience, being a part of the podcast, and just sticking with us, always coming out on Thursday evenings, and just hanging out with us, just going over some gaming topics, some gaming
Sunday
news,
afternoons, literally.
and Sunday afternoons whenever we have group episodes or just solo interviews. Thank you guys again, truly.
The past 2 group episodes have been insane.
Nah,
From
yeah.
Resident Evil into Under Night.
Yeah,
That was lit.
it definitely
That was
was.
lit.
Shouts out to the game.
I'm gonna get crunk off of that one.
All right. So
Probably won't play
y'all already know why we here. You already know why we are going to have this episode, and we got a lot to talk
You know what's
about.
funny? If they don't know what they're here for, just read the bottom of what our topics.
Read. I know some of y'all can't read. Florida system has
Just-
failed us.
I've already spoken on it on 2 separate videos, but I wanted to have the conversation with the boys about it, and of course with you guys, the viewers, and just have this conversation, get more different points of views from it. But I think most of us, we pretty much share the same sentiment, so
Yeah.
we'll go ahead and just show it. Oh no, I don't have the screen.
Oh no!
How dare they? I promise you, it's the same person who put that bowl there.
God damn it!
I can't believe it.
Hold on, y'all. Give me a moment, chat. Let me see. Is it with this one? Oh no, it glitches.
Again?
I don't have. Oh shit. I don't have my little capture device. Or maybe I do. Hold on.
Damn!
We're gonna be cooking, chat.
Just put it back in the center screen
Bear
in the
with
meantime.
us. 47 minutes, please.
So we're just put it in the center screen in the meantime while we get things adjusted.
No, because I think it's. Yeah, I got my capture card.
Oh, we're cooking.
Yeah, because it's supposed to show like the screen on the laptop, and for some reason on the little capture device, it's just glitching out. So I just have to unplug the USB.
Damn, I had some good ass Publix. I ain't even gonna lie. Like shit was immaculate. Epilepsy warning.
Listen, we're not trying to cause epilepsy. It's just the fact.
I know, Mosh Pit just caught on and that was funny. I ain't gonna lie.
I saw that and I was like, yo, it's tweaking.
And then I'm just here floating around in the camera.
Well, that capture card's capturing something.
Hopefully a dream and so. But I'm doing well. Glad to see you're tuning in. Along with you, Pico.
Pico was good, my
Mike
goat.
All right. Now let me go ahead and let me get rid of this shit.
He finally he told me the lore of his name, why he's named Pika, and that was pretty fire.
Was it from One Piece?
Nah, it was from his grandfather,
Okay.
or is it uncle? I'm
that's-
forgetting the details.
There
The
we go.
family
All right,
member-
now we got the screen.
Family member said.
I
Pika.
apologize, y'all, for the glitching of the screen, but now y'all can actually see the actual screen.
Do.
And that is important updates, news on physical disc for new games, and news on PlayStation Store on PS3 and PS Vita. So we're gonna go ahead and click the first link.
Yep, we're gonna get in there.
So let me.
It's gonna be tough, guys. It is.
So physical disc production ending in January 2028 for new games releasing on PlayStation consoles.
Damn.
I'm not gonna read the entire thing, but just gonna read the parts that stand out, and that is, this is a natural direction for Sony Interactive Entertainment to adapt to consumer trends as the general preference for digital media significantly outpaces physical disc. The transition will enable us to align more closely with how most of our community prefers to access and play games today. Pretty much saying that and if you've watched my previous vlog video about this, pretty much it's letting y'all know that majority of us gamers, especially on the PlayStation Network or have a PlayStation console, and I can also put in the PS4 generation as well, that most of us buy our games digital over physical. And we have to hold ourselves accountable for that, because of the fact that it's just very convenient for us. And nowadays you ask most people, when's the last time you actually went to a GameStop to go buy a game? People will say maybe years, months, or not as often, because most of the time they're playing their games digitally, or they're buying their games digitally on the PlayStation Network, and it'll just download to their console and boom, right there, ready to go. So they don't have to go somewhere to go get a game. If you ask them when's the last time they've been to a midnight release to go pick up a game, probably years, decades even. Because we have the convenience of being able to download the game, especially before midnight release. And then once it's 12 o'clock, boom, you're ready to go. You can play the game. You never have to leave your house to go out, to go wait in line, interact with some strangers that you're probably never going to see again. And boom, you just get your game. Like now, yeah. So we're not doing that anymore, or as often, and that's becoming a lost trend that many of us have grown up with, especially those who grew up with the PS2 era, the Xbox era, the GameCube era, and then of course the PS3 era and the Xbox 360 era, where going to a midnight release for a really big game was like a peak event. Like, yeah, I definitely want to pull up for this, and I know it's going to be crazy because you're going to see a lot of people. You can't wait to see how long the line is, and you're just in line, just hearing people having conversations about the game, or you're talking to people about the game that you are ready to go pick up or whatnot. And those are memories right there. Nowadays, you don't even do that anymore, unless it's for TCG, of course. That's always the one.
It's like a normal Thursday night for me here.
Yeah. So,
gaming.
but with gaming, it's definitely becoming a lost art, a lost culture.
It's a lost social event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said it. Yeah, you said it correctly.
It's
lost social event.
The way to describe it is how you're describing it is a pure social event. A hang up, a get together, a planned day, an event. Like, I can talk about going to these as a kid with my dad at midnight. He didn't want to be there, but he knew my heart was set to this. And then there's going to a shopping mall randomly while everything is closed. You're waiting at that GameStop to open up. You're having those prime moments of detailing, even if it's a game that I was second guessing. I should have got Red Dead Redemption, but no, I got that My Hero 1 Justice game by mistake.
Hell yeah.
I went to the Smash Bros. Ultimate midnight release. I've gone to the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I've gone to quite a few different ones as a kid, and even my father has for me. And those moments are disappearing when you can just go to the PlayStation store, go to the Steam store, go to CD Keys, go to any website you want, and just, I'll go to bed and wake up and play it. Or just pre-download it and just wait to play it. Wow, congestion. It's quite a heartbreaking experience that in 2028, it's discontinuing. Let me just repeat that one more time. 2028, 2 years from now. Not sure the exact month, date, and time.
July 2020. No, January 2028 is when physical media is
the beginning of
gone.
2028. That's even worse. That's less than 2 years from now. Yeah, thanks for the info.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you have time to collect your disc, but then it's gonna look like it's gonna become a new trend. Like, you know how people collect CDs, record players, all sorts of old memorabilia? You're not going to see any cartridges. You're not going to see discs like what's going to be presented to you in a couple seconds right now. Or even cartridges. Everything is just going to be digital to download. And it's going to be sad hearing kids' first game that they waited for was to be downloaded.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say.
I don't want to be that kid that or my future kids, right? Like, I'm an adult now. I don't want to see that future where somebody gets their kid a gift and it's usually it's in a box. So like if you wrap the box, you're like, oh my god, what is that? What is that? What is that? Now it's just gonna be a thin cardboard where it says $50 to the Nintendo store, or $50 to the PSN store, or $50 or just like a cardboard of the game code. Like we're losing this tangible thing that we're having, and I think seeing that or imagining that as something that's in the future compared to just having that cool moment of having a physical thing and then you open it, it's not the same. It really isn't the same. And I can attest to that beautiful story of like going to midnight releases. I didn't go to a lot of them because my dad was just not about that life. Um, because he was a construction worker. So
Yeah.
you know, we waking up at 5 a.m. So if I'm trying to have him come at a midnight release, he's out there sacrificing sleep. But he did do it for me for a handful of occasion times. And the one time I remember the most was Halo Reach was being released on the Xbox 360.
Oh.
And I would go to the GameStop and I'm like, Dad, please. This is like the one thing I want in the whole wide world. I think it had to be easily like one of the few that I've done because I probably did it for like 2 other games, but I can't remember those. And we didn't do it often because, you know, they always come out on a Tuesday or a Friday. But I went to that. It's a GameStop over in like a little plaza next to a Walmart. And we go there and like the line's like wrapping around the little corner of the GameStop in the little corner of the plaza. And there's just a bunch of dudes just waiting for the next Halo game. And there's 2 guys. They got their like plasma TV on furniture outside of the GameStop. And they're playing Halo 3 co-op on Legendary. And they're just going through the game that whole day earlier to finish the game so they could hop on and play Halo Reach while there. Like the GameStop employees ran the cable just like this orange cable right here. They ran it from the store out to the outside of the door, and it's just 2 dudes playing Halo 3 Legendary. And I thought that was the coolest fucking shit. So then, you know, I'm over there. I'm like 13, 14 years old. I'm talking to all these adults, and they're like all like big fans of Halo. And I got into Halo when Halo 3 existed. So like hearing all the history of Halo 1 and 2 is so fascinating. And then I get my copy of Halo Reach, you know, we all go through our lines, and then I walk out, and, you know, my dad's like there, you know, like hanging out either in the car or like, you know, he comes and checks in on me. He sees I'm having a great time. And then I go out of the GameStop, and it's the same 2 dudes just playing Halo Reach, like on the same setup. And they just decided to stay there. They're like, yeah, we're not going to go home. We're going to play this now. And like pretty much I remember they just went through the first campaign mission. The first campaign mission where they're like, they have to go into like a room because they found survivors, and then the aliens like kidnapped them. And at that point, it was the story mode had that first person view, and I love that. The fact that it would cut into being first person was like so intimate. I loved it, and then that gave me the excitement to go home and play it. And that's like such a core memory of like midnight releases that makes me sad that PlayStation wants to discontinue that. That's what it's heartbreaking.
Yeah, that's real as hell.
You know?
Yeah, it definitely is. And I've had my share of memories as well, going to GameStop for the release of Modern Warfare 2, the release of Skyrim, the release of Battlefield 3, the release of Gears of War 2, the release of SOCOM 4, like Resistance 2, like I Halo Reach, of course, like
Halo Reach.
yeah, like Resident Evil 6.
I did go for that one. Yeah, I remember.
I didn't do that one. I did Mortal Kombat 9 actually,
I went to that one as well.
Ooh,
and
that's
I
a good
still have
one.
my book, which is funny.
Yeah, I went to that one as well.
I have a limited edition like Halo Reach like walkthrough book. That shit was dope.
And I also remember, I also went to GameStop for the release of Kingdom Hearts 2 on the PS2.
Oh my god!
Bro.
You were there for that?
Yes, I was there for that. Yeah, I went to a lot.
You got that over Ultima, bro. That's like GG's.
Yeah, like I remember, my GameStop that I went to, me and my friends that we went to, because it was like a walk from our high school, and I remember the GameStop was just decorated in just Kingdom Hearts merch, Kingdom Hearts like flares. Like you go inside, it's just like, oh yeah, you could definitely know. Like yeah, Kingdom Hearts is pretty much the theme of it. And it was like that for a good month, bro. And then I remember my friends, they got their copies of Kingdom Hearts 2. At that time, I didn't have a PS2 at that time because I was still on N64. But I got to see them play, and then of course I ended up got to play it as well. Then shortly after, I ended up getting Kingdom Hearts 2, and then I got a PS2, and I was just like, bro, great experience.
You know,
That's the first time playing that game. That's a
Hell
great
yeah.
experience.
as we're talking about digital media slowly becoming more of a meta, I wonder how GameStop's going to be holding up.
That's an interesting thing because
I was just thinking about it because
It's
I
gonna
thi-
be a Nintendo store.
will it just be Nintendo and Xbox, or will they have little boxes with just codes to download? I don't know. Like, I don't know if I'm crazy for thinking that far ahead,
no, you're definitely not.
or
That would be very interesting.
it would be funny.
Because I look at this as a way to get rid of that used game market because that's where GameStop thrives the most is the used game market. And I feel that GameStop are just gonna have to rely on having libraries of former games from, you know, the PS5 era, PS4 era, PS3, even though I doubt they have any PS3 games because they usually either keep them in their warehouse but they don't have them in store. They should. I don't know why, but they should because you'll never know if someone's gonna want to come one day and pick up a couple of PS3 games on a good clearance sale. So there's always that possibility. But
So that would be a follow-up question. Would GameStop go out of business a lot faster, or will they still thrive in the same environments? Because most likely people will still sell used games for credits.
Oh yeah.
But to buy them is a whole different spiel because I think GTA 6 is going to be one of the first companies or first groups of games to pioneer this.
yeah, I
Yeah,
don't.
because if you buy a game there and then you get it digitally, basically, you don't get to return it.
Yeah,
You can't, there's no money back.
yeah.
So,
You buy it and you commit to it.
because GTA 6 is not having discs, correct?
Yeah,
No,
no
yeah,
disc.
no
So I
disc.
think Rockstar is the first to pioneer this or see how it goes as an experiment. This is a make or break situation.
Yeah, I think this is definitely a big threat to GameStop because GameStop definitely profits over the used game sales. Granted, I understand people's frustration with GameStop and it's completely valid because you would trade in a game and you would get, let's just say, all right, I'm trading in this $60 game. I'm hoping to get at least a good $45 to $50 back
Most likely they'll say $30 in a handshake.
or 20.
20 and have a good day.
Or it'll be probably okay, we'll give you $35, but it's gonna be in store credit or $20 in cash.
Yeah, do you
So those are gonna be your options. And then they're gonna resell that same game that you traded in for probably $55 or $50. So and you're
60 you paid.
yeah. So you're just like, well, what the hell? But that's how GameStop makes their money.
Yep. Unfortunately.
So with that, they're not gonna feel the effects of it. I would say within the first 2 years,
I'd say
but
like,
year 3 they're gonna really feel it because
so
as
2030 is what we're anticipating.
yeah, 2030 is where
Okay.
we're really gonna see GameStop take massive blows to their business because the fact that now this threatened now because of this and PlayStation pretty much is saying, hey, we're just gonna be done, producing physical game disc for our console because we're gonna go towards a digital future because for them it's we're saving money on production costs and whatnot, but yet that production cost that money
It's
that
a
they're
waste
saving
of
on
paper. Too.
no the amount of money that they are claiming and saying that they're gonna save a lot of money on production costs for having to produce the game on a disc. We're not going to see that price. They're still going to sell the game at a very high price to us,
The same
regardless.
price. The same price.
So yeah, so like I'm pretty sure we've seen it on social media to where people are doing the price comparisons. Where on PlayStation Store, a game is about $70, even though it's years old. But you go to Amazon, Walmart, GameStop, and that game is hella cheap, and you're just like, and it's a physical game, and you're just like, well, what the fuck?
No, that's so funny. I went to Walmart and I saw that the price for it was like around $50 to $40 because it was Crash Bandicoot 4, something time, and I saw that on PS4 for $10 at Walmart, and I was like, yeah, I'll buy that. I have that sucker over there. I still haven't played it, but I fucking have that game for $10 instead of the $50 that I saw there. And then let me go back on this. I'm still mad that PlayStation does that random pricing thing on your account history. My friend who was gonna get that Stellar Blade for $20, he bought another game. It turned into $40 fucking dollars. I don't know what you're doing, Sony, but you're fucking being ridiculous right now. First, now we're controlling pricing on accounts based off how we play. Now you're taking away discs, and then we're not having the option to get cheaper games. This is fucked up. Fuck you, Sony, bitch ass. Fucking piss me off.
No, that's
valid.
That is valid.
It's
because,
funny, but the way you said it was funny, but the way the statement's valid.
Because the fact that now with this, it's pretty much when we're gonna get our games through in the future, past 2028, it's only gonna be through one channel, and that's just through the PlayStation Network. If you're still gonna be, be a PlayStation owner at that time, which I think many people are gonna be checking out at that point.
Most likely, PS5 is their last consoles for a while. Because there's no word on the PS6, and then the fact that people still have PS5s with disk drives, what's the point of buying it in the first place?
Yeah. In the chat, Y2 Specful says, plus them going digital gives Sony all control to keep price of games the same or as high as they want. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Literally. And especially because when they do quote unquote sales, the sales is tailored to each account basically. So then one game that was $20 for one friend is going to be $50 for another one who's willing to spend it. It's fucked up. It's dumb. It's dumb.
It definitely is. And it also goes to show that because of this, and some people, on the internet, the grifters, the doubters, saying that, well, this doesn't affect me because, they buy digital or whatnot.
Oh, it's the meme. Leave my billion-dollar company alone.
Yeah. They don't understand the fact that you pretty much lose access to the fact that you can no longer sell your game. You can no longer trade your game. You can no longer let someone borrow your game because that's the power that you have over a product that you bought. Now, in the future, going forward, everything is just going to be through one channel, through PlayStation. And they're going to dictate when and how long you have access to this game. Yes, you paid for it, but if they feel that, you know what, we're going to remove this game because of such and such, there's nothing you can do about it. You're not going to get a refund. Tough shit. You're just going to have to deal with it. That's the dark future ahead for many of us, who are still going to continue to playing on the PlayStation Network. At that point, for me, if it's not a single player game that I could just play without having to pay that stupid ass subscription, I'm just going to play all my multiplayer games on PC where it's free. And to even, go further, I brought something today.
Show and tell.
Yes. So for those that have watched my videos, my vlogs and whatnot, you've probably seen this. This is my CD case of all my games, all my physical games.
Oh my God.
So, yeah, I buy physical, y'all.
Oh my God.
I have my PS5 games. I got my PS4 games. I got my PS3 games.
Oh my God.
I got my PS2 games. PS1,
Lord.
Wii U, PS2. I even got all of the Gears. Gears 1, 2, 3. Not 4. Halo 4. Should be throwing that away, but I got Halo 3. The orange box, actually on disc. GTA San Andreas on disc. Budokai Tenkaichi 3 on disc. Tenchu Wrath of Heaven.
That's
Mortal
actually
Kombat
like
Trilogy.
$50.
Tekken 5 on PS2 on disc.
Yo, Tekken 5 locals, one. I know the Tekken 8 motherfuckers that hate that shit are gonna go in there.
Yep.
Oh God. Chat. This is the gold mine.
I'm shocked.
Yeah, y'all can go through it. Like,
All right, he's gonna
But-
say his bit. I'm gonna go through this.
you will no longer have the ability to be like, hey, you want to borrow this game?
Sure.
There you go. You're gonna lose that ability. If I want to trade a game with Walooiji, like he has one game that I want and I have one game that he wants, we can trade. If I want to sell my game to Walooiji, I get the cash from him. Here's the game. You lose that.
Yeah, because the worst thing you could probably do is sell your own account if you have a bunch of bullshit. And I've seen that before.
$120.
Yeah.
What game?
The one I got top 8 in.
Yes. Yes. Chat.
Def Jam is a $128 game.
Yes.
Deadpool is 60.
God damn, I did not.
I got the OG Def Jam Fight for New York in mint condition. Mint condition, because I bought this game back in 2013 when I was in Afghanistan, and I bought it for $90 brand new.
$90.
And I'm pretty sure this game is worth way more than that now.
100%. Hell yeah.
I have Mortal Kombat Trilogy, Deadly Alliance, Deception, Armageddon,
Jesus Christ, you're not joking. People have these random prices.
Soul
Oh, yeah.
Calibur 3.
What the hell?
Dude, no, yeah.
Like 230 is for one.
Tenkaichi 3 is like $50.
All of the SOCOMs on PS2.
Heck yeah. I have SOCOM 3 at home. Orange box is worth a little bit for sure. God of War collection. You got 2 MKs? Real. Oh, you got the Origins collections? Yeah, that's like $40. Budokai Tenkaichi collection? Well, Budokai
Yeah.
just regular. Yeah, that's like $50.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers holding on. Gold!
I have all the Resistance.
Oh, I have this one. I just bought this the other
Yeah.
day.
Yeah. Love that game. I have all the Resistance 1, 2, and 3. Motorstorm Pacific Rim.
I just played Resistance the other day with Penguin. He used a swirl.
Let me tell y'all. This is the best Call of Duty of all time.
Agreed.
Call of Duty Black Ops 2 on PS3. I traded in my 360 that actually had Black Ops 2. My biggest regret, never again.
Why is my Mario?
Xbox 360 for
So the funny thing is, I forgot I have Mario 3D All Stars. It's like $109.
Woo! Original Overwatch on PS4. That's still alive, baby.
Yes.
Honestly,
The OG Overwatch.
I don't think the game
disc.
will work. That's the funny part.
No, literally, you put it in, it won't work.
Yeah.
You got Destiny 1 in that sucker?
Nah. I
Or-
bought it digital.
Real. Got Dead or Alive? Because fuck you, Dead or Alive devs, Koei Tecmo. What do you mean I have to buy Dead or Alive 6 and it doesn't include 2 extra characters that were DLC previously? I have to buy Mai, Shiranai, and that other chick, $10 each, and I already bought your game again? Fuck out of here. Get
No
me
thanks.
dead. Gravity Rush 2 is gold.
That is
Yes, sir.
Literal gold.
Gravity Rush 2. Fuck you, Sony, for closing down Japan Studios. We could have gotten a Gravity Rush 3. Great game.
For real. I got you, baby.
MKX, MK11. I got 2 MKXs.
Yeah, I saw you too. Got a bunch of. You got Dark Souls twice? No, you got just regular. Soul Calibur, let's go. Blaze Blue, baby.
So catching up on
Oh
the
yeah, what's the chat say?
catching up on the chats. Da.
Why too respectful? Yeah, man. I'm right there with you. Like,
So we got himself a gold mine.
yeah.
For real, he about to pay off like a mortgage with this.
Oh my god, Y2 is just going like I'd be looking at my physical DS, 3DS, and PS4 games too, and be like,
Oh,
Man,
you
good
gotta show
times.
this to the people. You gotta let them know that this exists on computers.
Yeah. Let me show y'all. Let me show y'all some game, right?
and then he
I got more.
but you know what's the funny part? Then he proceeds to go, ButterPunch asking too many good questions. We gotta silence him.
Yo, Sony about to be like,
Oh my god, I see Prince of Persia. What?
I got Onimusha
Onimusha.
3 PC. I
Oh my
have 3 discs for the PC for Onimusha 3.
God damn. This was when Ubisoft was actually cool.
This is when like PCs had disk drives, bro.
Before you had to buy one on Amazon.
Yeah. I still got them.
That is clean.
And on top of that, I'm also show y'all this.
I see the Prince of Persia.
Yes, I got Prince of Persia, The Sands of Time, Prince of Persia, The Warrior Within,
Oh.
Prince of Persia, The Two Thrones, PC.
That game fucks.
All I'm saying is we're keeping Prince of Persia Sands of Time because Ubisoft canceled it. So fuck you too. I'm tired of everybody.
Yeah,
But that's literally just preservation at its finest.
exactly. Like if I have a CD drive, I can still play these games on my new PC. Matter of fact, I gotta buy me one. Shit.
Yeah, it's like $10 on Amazon.
True.
Easy.
I might do the same because I was on TikTok recently and I learned a way how to grab an emulator so you can emulate your old games from disc to actual files.
Yeah.
That is
cousin, poverty man, bro. He is poverty teenager. Never owned a console, but the second he got a PC, he emulated everything.
What y'all know about getting? I might be showing my age, but what y'all know about getting demo disc in the mail? Genji, Dawn of the Samurai, and Shadow of the Colossus.
Shadow of the Colossus.
Yeah, demo
Crazy.
disc on the PS2. What y'all know about that?
Oh my god,
I ain't
that's
gonna
real
lie.
gold.
I used to buy an Xbox magazine, and they would come with demo disc on the 360. That was like the last time I got that.
Super
the best thing
Street
about it-
Fighter 4 is funny.
For some reason, they had like the disc, and it would have reviews of like all the Xbox 360 games they reviewed up until that magazine. I read that shit at Honduras for like a whole month.
Damn.
I want to show this too. This game is delisted on the PlayStation Store and of course on Steam as well.
Yes.
Deadpool.
Yes.
I still got my Deadpool game on the PS3. Still got the disc.
Yeah, sorry guys. Like, if you want that, you're gonna have to pay $70.
Or find a way to
The
pirate it.
stores are shutting down, and then they can't even pay to keep it on stores.
You might have to just find a way.
And y'all know I'm a big Digimon fan. Of course,
Oh
for the
my
PlayStation 1, I got to get Digimon Rumble Arena. Yes,
Holy
sir.
Fuck.
That was my first Digimon game as a
Mine
kid.
too, actually.
And I'm still hunting for Rumble Arena 2. Still hunting for it.
Grand Blue.
Go ahead.
But yeah. And last but not least, y'all already, as I said before, I'm a huge fan of SOCOM.
It's
I
like
have all 1, 2, 3, and Combined Assault. All the SOCOM games for the PlayStation 2. Mint condition.
I'm catching up on the messages. Pico replies to Y2 Spectacle. Same here, my dude. I still haven't played my childhood Game Boy Advance games every now and then. Dan goes, Silver, you make me low-key mad. I gave away my PS2 collection. Listen, bread has to be made somehow.
Gave away your PS2 collection?
Listen,
I'm sorry for your
listen,
lapse of judgment.
I'll say this, right? The reason why I do like going to conventions because I always look for the retro gaming vendors that actually have these games, and usually they'll sell them for a very low price. And because I know the price of certain games, especially the more popular ones that are very high in value, I'm just like, okay, how much you selling that game for? And they'll tell me, oh, I'm selling for like $15. I don't challenge it. I'm just like,
Say less. I have a copy of Soul.
there you go. Knowing in my head, I'm like, that game is worth $80 and you don't know that. I don't tell you that, but it's just like, that game's worth $80.
That was
Like-
me when I saw The Darkness, the 1 and 2 for
Mhm.
PS3. There was a vendor who was doing that, and I was like, how much you selling that for? 10 each. Here you go. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
Like last year MiraiCon, when I went to MiraiCon last year, there was a vendor there and he had mint condition Kingdom Hearts 2 original box art, not the greatest hits, but original box art with the booklet and the game. Sold it to me for $15.
What the fuck?
$15.
Oh, Wielder's gonna be like punching the air right now. If you
I
find
got
out.
that shit for $15. I did not challenge it. I was just like, yeah, I want to get this and this. He was like, okay, $15 for that, $10 for that, $5 for that, and Kingdom Hearts 1, it was like $5. Greatest hits. Has the original, has the disc and the actual OG booklet. $5. And Kingdom Hearts 2, mint condition, original box with the game and the book, 15. I ain't challenging. I was like, I'll take it.
It's so funny because people would be willing to pay just for the disc, not even a box, not even the booklet, not even the art. They would just pay for the disc.
Bro, you
Yeah.
yeah. Realize? I forgot I bought Resident Evil 2 for the PS1 for like $40. I just looked online for recent prices, and they're all within the hundreds.
Oh,
Yeah.
hell yeah.
And
the fuck?
Kingdom Hearts 2, when I bought it last year, it's about 150 when I checked.
Why the
150 mint condition,
fuck? Why the fuck?
and I got it for 15.
This is like fucking.
That's why every gaming convention I go to, I'm hunting down those retro game collectors because I'm just like, how much you're selling that game for? Because they may not know how popular this game is. And I got a backlog of games in my mind that I'm just like, I'm looking for this, and this, and this. They don't know.
I don't know.
They don't know.
I gotta bring something up too.
What's up?
like, it's important that we recognize that this whole like physical media thing is being affected, right? Because you gotta understand, if PlayStation removes physical media, right, and then they've been raising prices on consoles and all of that, and then you start controlling the prices of games, the current generation is going up in a higher end, which that then means everything that's older has more room to be negotiated.
Yeah.
So an example, say like we're playing PlayStation 1 or PlayStation 2 games, and we're trying to buy those, right? And you know, right now we're like in a spot where we can buy a game for like 20, $30. And then if it's like a delisted game, you're spending 50 to 100, right? Like let's say that's the range, right? And that's something people are willing to pay for, right? Now that current generation consoles and games are moving up onto the higher end, that means everything on the lower end can be negotiated to be higher. So a game that like Deadpool, for example, or Splatterhouse for PS3, for example,
God damn it! I love that
would
game.
be $50 now. Now that like a cheapest console is $400, then the games are gonna jump up double that price. A PS4 that's like $100 now will jump to be $200 because now it has that wiggle room in the economy. And I'm not saying that like as something that's gonna be manifested, but knowing how companies are and how malicious they can be, they're going to be doing that. So I think it's really important that you recognize this is a really weird and dark time. And if there's something you're interested in getting yourselves into, whether it's retro games or stuff like that, or other alternative ways to playing games, I think you should start investing some time figuring that out. It's looking pretty bad.
Yeah,
Agreed.
it's becoming like a stock.
I
Hell
do
no.
I do want to say to Dan, you're waiting for a copy of Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Bro, I'm waiting for Sonic Heroes. I want the original
Jesus.
box for PS2 with the game in the booklet. I'm waiting for that one. And I'm looking for a vendor that actually has that game. That's the one game. That's the one Sonic game. I'm just like, I will drop close to $100 just for that game if it's in mint condition. There's certain games from the PS2 era and even certain ones in the PS3 era. I'll just be like, for that game, yeah, I'll drop $100 for that because I know I'm gonna get the original box art, the book inside, and the actual disc. Yeah, because I know how much it's valued at.
Mm-hmm. Such a crazy time.
Mel Silver, PS2 Heroes is the worst version.
It is.
Really? I played the hell out of that. That was like my childhood game.
I will agree with you on that, but I'm still gonna get it because I still want it in my collection.
I ain't buying an Xbox. I ain't buying a
Neither-
GameCube.
Neither am I.
I got a PS2 already, so
Get the GameCube
Fuck it.
version. I'll just get both. Fuck it. I'll get both. But yeah, to get back on topic because we hella derailed and I just
We
want
all started from GameStop trades.
yeah.
That's where it ended up starting. But now
Yeah.
we're noticing the digital perspectives, and we're seeing the format become in 2028 early, so less than a year and a half. Thank you for correcting me, Pico. Now, what else is there besides digital they got rid of?
Yeah, because we know that there are games that will get delisted after a certain amount of time. We know that if a game doesn't sell very well and it's an online game,
It'll just disappear like it never happened.
yeah, they'll just cancel the game and be like, all right, we're shutting down the servers of this game. Thank you, everyone. Peace out. And it's just like, so I don't get my money back. I plan to play this game for years down the road and I don't get nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks. And again, we lose the power of being able to give the game away, trade the game away, or let someone borrow the game. Like we lose that. We no longer have that. And now we will be at the mercy of the corporation who will dictate when and how we can access the game on their platform. Everything is slowly becoming subscription based, and I have a strong feeling that's going to be the case because, hey, if this game is expensive, then subscribe to our subscription service to where you can have access to our library of a bunch of games. And you now get stuck in this loop where, yeah, you get to play these games, sure, but you don't own any of them.
Nay.
And let's keep it a buck. Like, PlayStation really does not have a really good track record of having a stable online service because there have been problems with it in the past. So do you really want to bet all of your marbles, all of your betting chips on the PlayStation Network to play and access all of your games? No, absolutely not.
No.
That's the reason why physical media is very important, because at the very least, you get to be able to play the game, especially if it's a single player game. You're able to play the game without any internet connection. And it sucks.
100%.
It definitely sucks. And the more I think about it, I remember looking at some tweets online and someone said they need to bring back Anonymous and Lizard Squad and hack PlayStation, let them and humble them.
Do it again.
Yeah, do it again.
I mean, they've been hacked at least 20 plus times.
Yeah, like,
I'm glad they got hacked because they gave me Infamous and Little Big Planet.
right?
Oh, the PS3 situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was watching my cousins get hacked. That was funny.
It's like, yeah, this is lit. I could do. Yeah, y'all could do that again for me.
I don't remember what they got out of it, but are we ready for the next topic?
Yeah. I think
Yeah, we
it's a good
definitely-
segue to
the next-
sad bit of news.
To the next PlayStation, fuck up.
I don't want to think about it.
I did have a thought, but I think I've lost my thought in regards to the whole digital thing.
The fact that most physical is going to be stock at this point is going to be painful.
It's just the fact that what do you do at that point where if you're not able to play the game, like the console's pretty much useless if you can't play your games online.
Yep.
If you can't log into your PlayStation account, the console's pretty much useless.
Is what the kids
Oh,
would be
yeah.
screaming.
Because there's definitely been times where like people's PlayStation accounts get shut down, or like they do some like bad thing, and they're like, hey, we're gonna have to ban your account.
They just say the good old gamer words and then just watch everything happen.
They're like, oh yeah, you tried to jailbreak this. Well, we're just shutting down your whole account, so then you lose all your games.
Yep.
If I get physical media, at least that would happen, right? And I could still play my game.
Yeah. Uh-oh, where's my screen?
Da, da, da,
Screenio.
da, 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 da.
Oh,
Your
Deactivate, activate.
EVO fantasy.
y'all ready for this doozy? Because I'm telling y'all right now, this one affects me the most, and I hate it. I hate it for everything that they stand for. Hate everything that they don't believe in. Hate everything that used to be great and amazing, and then they take it away from you.
What in the hell? Well, I was trying to refresh it and it just didn't. It's just crapping the fuck out of us right now.
Can it scroll?
The big Sony is onto
No,
us.
because on
the OBS?
yeah, it's not showing the screen. I'm just like, the fuck? It's plugged in. I didn't fuck with it.
The big S is watching us.
Is the laptop frozen?
No. No, I can move it.
That's weird.
Yeah, it's just like I'm not able to show the screen to the people. What the hell?
That's fucked. What if we unplug it and plug it back in?
Yeah, that'll work. Let me do that, y'all.
I'll yap with you, chat. How's everybody doing? Y2 Specful, Dan to Dan, Pico. How y'all doing? Hope y'all doing well. We appreciate you guys for coming in all the time. It's so great.
Always.
Appreciate the
Good
lurkers who just come in and listen and they don't yap with us too.
Them freaky
We all
people.
need both of you people,
I don't need them.
That's crazy. I
Not
want
joking.
'em.
There we go. All right, we got the screen.
Yay! Now we
All
can
right,
now we
so-
can lock in.
An update on PlayStation Store for PS3 and PS Vita.
We're never gonna stop catching strays.
After nearly 2 decades of supporting the PlayStation 3 console generation,
Crazy.
we want to let you know we will be closing PlayStation Store on PS3 as well as on PS Vita. The PlayStation Store on PS3 will close in select markets starting this year, followed by global closures for PS3 and PS Vita next year. That means new content purchases will no longer be possible once PlayStation Store closes on these devices. To ease the transition, players will still be able to download previously purchased content after the closing date for the foreseeable future. So pretty much I would say next month, Mexico, Honduras, and Nicaragua, they're fucked.
I have family in Honduras with PS3.
Do you really do? Oh yeah, you do.
Yeah, because the PS5 is $1,000 and that's a car in that country, man.
I'm sorry. The more I learn about third world countries in the funniest way, I am so sorry.
We're so cooked, bro. They still run locals on a PS4. They have like 1 or 2 PS5s at best.
Damn, so they have 2 cars.
They run MK11 and MKX locals, bro.
That's
It's tough
real.
out here.
That's real.
Who's gonna play King of Fighters 13 with me?
Nobody.
Who's gonna play MK9?
Nobody. But
Who's gonna play Blaze Blue Central Fiction on the PS3 version?
Bro.
It's okay. We got the new one coming in, guys. We'll be okay.
use your Steam Deck at that point. But when it comes to PS3 and PS Vita, that is impressive that it went 20 years straight.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first thing.
It waited till it was able to drink to take away its rights.
Yeah.
Not even 21.
21, yeah.
I am sad by this because the fact that there's so many games that are still in those ecosystems of the PS3 and the PS Vita that I hope it could be ported to the current generation. Like
all the Infamous games.
Yeah, all the Infamous
Resistance games.
Resistance games like
Infamous DLC, the Vampire Blood one. That's still technically a PS3 online exclusive. Tekken 5 Dark Resurrection. Online exclusive. There's no physical media for that. What else? They're killing me.
Pretty
Little
much.
Big Planet 1 and 2 are pretty much locked on the PS3.
Oh, they're just 100%.
Yeah.
They're cooked.
Yeah, so yeah, like there's a lot of IPs in that ecosystem of the PS3 that are just gonna be forever lost. Like you're not gonna be able, like after next year, that's it. It's like GG's.
It's like you're gonna need a new console. Is what the push method
And
is.
PlayStation's solution to this is, well, we have our streaming service. If you subscribe to any of the tiers on PlayStation Plus, to where, hey, you can stream some of these PS3 games, but the stream, it's not the best. It's okay, but there's hella input delay. So take that with a grain of salt.
So pretty much you're telling you either focus on us or go to another company.
So you're telling me I have to subscribe to play a game on PS3 that's no longer available to me?
Ooh, much better.
Yeah.
Subscribing
Like
to something I don't own?
to the South Florida Gamers Podcast, but
Like,
Fucking.
Like I have games on the PS3 that I bought digitally, and I will no longer, and I cannot play them in current gen.
like what the point? What's the point?
Like I was at least hoping at some point in time that we would get like a merge to where
Like cross saving or cross progression?
like
Not
to
even.
where the PS3 store merges with the current generation, to where if you have these games digitally, you're still able to play them on a PS5 because it's in your library.
What was it? I remember Xbox One being able to do so.
Yeah.
Xbox One was able to play 360. You could buy Asura's Wrath, for example, as a $70 game physical, and you could get it for like
I
$4.
gave mine to a guy a while back, many years ago.
Bro, like at least Xbox locks in. They're like, yeah, you can still play our games. You can still play Gears of War 1, 2, and 3. You can still play Call of Duty, and there's servers for them. But Sony's like, yeah, no, sorry.
Yeah.
But
That's
for the Vita, it is kind of impressive. I will say that.
Like I have Infamous 1 and 2 digital, and now I'm not going to be able to play those games unless I keep my PS3, which I still do have.
Unless you find the disc versions, I'm guessing.
Yeah, if I find a disc version, yeah, I can always
That's
play.
relatively easy, but that's not the point.
But it's just the fact that you're doing away with a store to where I feel like if PlayStation wanted to make more money with it, just put it on PC, have a PlayStation Plus store for the PC version for PC owners, so that way, hey, if you can run this game on your PC, go for it. Like if I want to play Infamous 1 and 2 on PC at much better settings, go for it. Like buy it on our platform that's available to PC. You're not gonna get our first party games, of course, understandable, because you still got to make a sale with it. But if you want some of these older games that we've had back in the PS3 era and then early PS4 era, like make it available to the PC platform. Like have a PlayStation Plus for PC, let them access it, let them play it, and if your PC can run the game, which I'm pretty sure it could, then I don't see the problem. PlayStation makes a sale. You have a gamer that's happy, finally being able to play a game. What's the issue? I don't like to do away with it. Is just like, bro, that's like throwing away a whole ton of money.
Mm-hmm.
Because as I said, there's a lot of games on that console that you cannot play it nowhere else but on the PS3. Like I feel that the PS3 was like a true exclusive console. Same thing with the Nintendo Wii and Wii U, where it's like you can only play this game on that specific console, nowhere else.
They're throwing away our trust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pico is saying, thing is, Sony don't want any competition with Steam or any other storefront. Sony want all of their profits to go to them. No, it's understandable. But the thing is that it's still their storefront. Like if they put it on PCs, not Steam, but they have like their own launcher to where, hey, if you want to play this game, it's on our platform, but we're just making it available on PC. Think of it like how you have Epic Game Store, they have like their own launcher. Steam has their own launcher. Ubisoft has their own launcher. PlayStation would have their own launcher for PC to where they don't need to be on Steam. They don't need to be on Epic Game Store. Like it's their own shit, and all the profits would still go to them because it's still their first party games. Third party games, they're going to be they're on PC anyway. But it's just their first party games that you can there's nowhere else you can play those games unless you get a PS3. Like if they just made it available on PC, I strongly believe that they would make more money.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not a lot, but you would get a lot of interest. And think about it. If a lot of people, let's just say that ends up happening, and a lot of people will be like, you know what? I'm going to try out this Infamous game. People love it. You see the numbers go up like almost 500,000. Now that gives Sony the idea of be like, you know what? Let's give people another Infamous, but it's going to be on the PS5 console. So it's like, hey, if you want a new Infamous game, get it on our console. Get it on our PS5.
It's an old modern problem, modern solution shenanigan
Mm-hmm.
is what they would probably go for.
Yeah, literally.
It saddens me.
It does.
It's so annoying.
And with the Vita, again, there's so many games on, not that many games, but there's a lot of games on the Vita that are just going to be lost.
Why the fuck is Xbox doing better than PS5s?
Everybody's getting cooked. They're all doing dumb things, but at least Xbox keeps their games alive.
To an extent.
We got the 360 games on there.
Fair points.
I don't know if they have the original Xbox stuff, but like, hell yeah.
Anyways. Are we on to the next subject?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of did a quick skim just so I can at least remind myself what it was. And Jesus. Yeah, so you guys don't know, it's obviously we're looking at EVO. So congrats to the winners that placed
Wait,
EVO.
Before we even talk about that, I just want to, before we jump onto that topic, I just want to just finish this and say, like, it's been a very, very dark week for PlayStation, and people are still
It's been for a while.
yeah, and people are still voicing their frustrations with the company, and that consumer confidence within the PlayStation brand is at an all-time low. Like, people are not happy with the direction that they're going. But in my video, I did say that we got to take accountability because we ushered this in, and I think it was done by design, and we just ended up going for it because, again, it was very convenient for us to just buy a game digitally and not having to go out to a retail store locally and purchase the game there. So we got to take accountability for that. We got to take blame for that because that ended up getting us to where we are now. And when you think about physical media, I also have to ask y'all this. When was the last time you actually went out and you bought a physical movie, like a DVD? When was the last time you actually went out and you bought a physical music CD for the music that you listen to? When was the last time you bought any music but digitally and you have the MP3 file, or a movie and you have the actual video file in your hard drive? Because what we're seeing now, and we're slowly starting to see, is everything being streamed mainline. All of our entertainment media becoming digital, becoming mainstreamline. So that way corporations can now trap us in subscription services to where you don't own it. You just pay a monthly fee to access it whenever they allow us to. We're seeing that with games. You're seeing that with your actual music. You're seeing that with your actual movies, your anime. I still watch anime on free websites. Call me cheap, but I'm old fashioned.
Nah, you're real. Be a pirate.
Art, man. Luffy,
Arg,
been proud.
motherfucker. Arg.
But I buy my movies. I have a huge DVD collection, it's 4K Blu-ray collection that I'm still buying movies to this day, and slowly going to make the effort to get most of my animes, which is going to be a process. But
I'm backlog of anime too. Don't get me started.
But if I can't get the physical disc, best believe I'm going to go ahead and start ripping and screen recording anime episodes
Baked.
and just have it on my hard drive. Best believe I'm going to be doing that.
That's based.
Oh, yeah.
But overall, and I say this to every gamer out there, like, get in the habit of getting that backlog of games, getting multiple CD cases of just games from whatever era. I'm talking PS1, PS2, PS3, PS4, PS5, Xbox, Xbox 360,
Whatever
Xbox
you're
One, Nintendo GameCube, Nintendo Wii, Nintendo Wii U,
Dreamcast, motherfucker.
Dreamcast. Fuck it. Even the PC games with the actual disc, and you get the actual disc drive for the motherfucker. Get all of that. Stockpile on that, because that is yours at the end of the day. When there's no internet, where you don't have to worry about, oh man, I don't have any internet, or I don't have a strong Wi-Fi signal to enjoy my music, to enjoy my movies. Fuck all that. As long as you have that physical media and you have something you can play that bitch in, you're good to go. That is yours. That's my message to y'all.
Claim what's rightfully yours.
Yes. And in all else, pirate the bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Pirate these bitch. Anyways, so you ready for this topic?
Yes.
Yep.
Local. So the locals beta that is coming from
Oh,
EVO.
If you all don't know what EVO is, it is
Evolution.
it's EVO Evolution. It is one of the biggest, it was one of the biggest tournaments for fighting game tournaments here in America in Las Vegas.
So what's the biggest one now?
It's multiple Evos.
There's multiple EVOs now. So there's, you could argue EWC is another big one that's contesting with that. But, historically, EVO is one of the biggest.
Fighting games tournaments in the world.
So for people who aren't aware of what that is.
Gotcha. So I'll read it off. The mission: support tournament organizers across the globe, grow their local communities, and assist players in finding more places to play. More signups, more connections, more games. The EVO's local project is creating new resources to help players discover their nearby communities, host their own tournaments, and bring fighting game fans together worldwide. Our program will be putting $1 million directly into the hands of local tournament organizers to support these goals each year. Now, before I read any further,
That's a lot of money.
that's a lot of money, but
like $1 million just casually.
I mean, you give that to me. I mean,
I'll do everything.
y'all may not see me anymore.
No, you're just gonna hire a new TO at that point.
I might just go off the grid at that point. You know, I'm joking.
Me and Walooiji be like, all right, so how do we hit the stream button, bro?
How do we
how are we gonna do this?
How do we plug this in?
Yo,
Wrong hole,
this
Butters.
PC is not working, bro. I can't hit the stream button. Why is it only in vertical?
So, the EVO Locals Grant and Partnership. If you're a TO who needs setups, financial support for venue fees, production, staffing, graphic designers, trailer makers, social media best practices, introductions to commentators, or pretty much anything needed to run your event, we want to support you. We have $1 million available to help organizers around the globe level up their events, start something new for their communities, or get funds needed to keep a healthy local going for another year. So
you could like fill out a form and then essentially tell you what you need it for.
yeah. Now this definitely
Why
caused a lot of discourse
100%.
Oh yeah.
amongst many people in the FGC, especially over on Twitter. And my thoughts on this is I'm not against it. I'm not against this. Granted, now a lot of people who are against this because it's being backed by, you know, Saudi money. And if you know the history of Saudi Arabia and whatnot, then if you know, you know. I'm not gonna, you know, further go deeper into that, but a lot of people don't trust this. What's the catch? Because there's always a catch. Like if you're putting $1 million into locals, like in our local communities here in the United States, then there's got to be a catch. There's got to be something like okay, there's something in it for us, but what's in it for you, so
Right.
to speak.
There's
Nothing is free in life ever.
Yeah.
What you
But-
don't pay in money, it'll be paid in some other way.
Yeah.
So reading the content, it's if you're a TO who needs more setups, financial support, venue fees, production, staffing, graphics, trailers,
Yeah. Really.
social, like they're doing the job for you.
Mm-hmm.
We've been doing this for the free 99 this whole time.
Yeah.
I find it insane that it was like, yeah, if you really don't know how to run your own stuff, we could do it for you and help you with our money.
Right.
It just sounds like there's no context behind that.
Yeah, because it's very vague. Like the entire thing is vague, and I understand people's skepticism with it. And you know, if we have more questions, you can always reach out through their email or whatnot.
Which is good. Like, at least they
Yeah.
have a source instead of just leaving it blank.
And I was you know, talking with a person that is I would say connected to this, but I'll see him at CEO and I'll go more in depth with him. But for me thinking about this, I was like, listen, I can understand people's skepticism about this. I can understand why people do not trust this. I can understand they see this is, you know, Saudi Arabia's way to have their influence to money wash or sports wash their, you know, their
Whatever-
reputation
whatever
with
money.
this because, you know, they're doing a good deed. And I get that and I completely understand that. However, and yes, there is a however, if this can actually help a local stay afloat, I don't see the issue with it.
No.
Because there are locals out there that are struggling and that need that, you know, that need that assistance, that want to, you know, keep this running. And the TOs and of course the, you know, the community that they have, they're doing their best. We don't have a really good economy in the United States.
That's true.
So let's keep that in mind. So for those of us who want to keep our local scene alive or whatnot, like if you're not actively helping keeping your local alive by always pulling up or inviting more people to show, coming out to the event or events, then what are you doing to keeping your local alive? If you're not, like, I can understand real life stuff happens and you may not be able to make it to the local. I completely understand and I respect that. Like, handle your business, but we'll still be here. But if you're just ducking for no reason because you just don't feel like going, like, how are you helping the local stay afloat? Because all it takes is maybe one person not go, then another person doesn't want to go. Now you got 2 people that don't want to go to the local. Those 2 people can be now 4 people that don't want to go to the local because they don't feel like it.
And then it's just like, congrats, your scene is now dead.
Yeah.
Happens to like most of the big games after a first 2 weeks.
Over the past
First 2 weeks to a month, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Over the past years that I've been, running tournaments and being a TO, I've seen locals come and go. Because usually the funds dry up. Money dries up. Interest dries up. And people want to, continue to keep doing this. And I'm pretty sure the same can be said everywhere else, to where you had something going, times got hard, and you're hoping that one day, you're going to the venue, setting up for the local, and you're just hoping for that one day you have like a huge wave of people just coming to your local. You're just hoping for that one day to come, and nobody shows up. That eats at you.
Heartbreaking.
It eats at me.
It's
Because
like,
I've seen that happen before. I've experienced that.
because some people first off think of it as a sign of grief, like, what did I do wrong? Is it my fault? Is it the way that things are ran? Is it the game itself? There are so many layers. That's a mental stack, actually, with what could have possibly happened for a game to die.
Yeah.
Or it's just most of the time it's just consistency people.
Yeah. To answer your question, Pico, yeah, like, I understand people are skeptical of this. We don't know the stipulation of it, but there is a point of contact. There is an email to where we can just, reach out and email them, and then we get more information. For me, I have a point of contact, an actual person that I'm going to talk to at CEO and just ask them this, like, listen, I don't need funding for setups, staffing. I got y'all.
Pretty much.
What I need is, what can I do better on social media to attract more people to come out to my event, to come out to the locals? I want to know what practices that you guys have that I can employ on my own terms, to where, okay, I can now draw more people to, my Fight Night Fridays, my locals. What can I do to grow my scene from where it is now
To a bigger scene.
to something a lot bigger, to the point where every Friday at Flint's, it is stacked with 50 to 60 people in that venue. We literally got at least minimum 25 to 30 people for every tournament. I would love to see 30 people for a Street Fighter 6, a Tekken. I would love to see 30 people for a Uni.
Shit, I wouldn't mind being uncomfortable getting into the venue at all. I
Yeah.
want people in our scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a valid point.
Like, I would love to see Flynn's be so packed to the point where the hobby shop is packed with people and we're running locals there. We got the arcade side packed with people, and we got some tables outside the venue, like in the good old days.
Damn.
Oh, yeah.
That's bald knowledge.
Table outside locals. Those
But,
are the days.
Some people
And
may
you
look
have
at this-
me, Butters, and Walooiji running everywhere trying to get everything organized and whatnot. Like, bro, there's like 50 people here and shit, and like, I got 30 people for this bracket. I'm trying to run this shit. Like, bro, everyone's everywhere. And it's just like, when it's all done, it's just like, we fucking did it. Even though it's like 3, 4 in the morning, we fucking did it.
Oh my head.
And it's just like, y'all want to do this again? You're like, this sucks. I got work in the morning, but fuck it, I'll do it again.
Yeah, I would have to work. I would have to work 2 hours afterwards. I would hate everybody.
Bro.
I'll hate my own job beforehand. But for all jokes aside, it's a skeptical approach with how they're handling this.
Yeah.
It's like, we have $1 million.
Mm-hmm.
It's just showing off the money as attention first.
Yeah.
But I mean, for third world countries, it'd be perfect. Like, at least getting money distributed properly. Like, hey, here's a few thousand to build this. For US, it's the same thing. But please, TOs, don't take the money.
No,
I can imagine some kind of scandal happening.
for sure. I would like to know more details of what entails of if I get this, what do I have to do? Because there's a lot that's not being said, and that says a lot
Yeah.
when something's not being clarified.
Yeah.
And the other side of things, right? If a TO is in a position where this is needed for them to help their local, then you could play the, oh, I can't believe you went to get Saudi money, right? And they had to do it because they needed it for their scene to grow. Then you could also be the catalyst of change and help with their locals, you know? If they're missing equipment, you could put money into them and help them out. Or if you want to like volunteer and like run a bracket or run a stream, like if a TO leans towards this direction, it's definitely not a light decision that they made. And if you feel like you don't like that, then help out the TO. You know, make it where they don't need this money, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're contributing with effort.
Yeah,
rather
contribute
than
with effort.
financial.
Doesn't even have to be money, just your time.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, as I said, for me, I just want to know like best social media practices. That's just for me.
That's
So that
perfectly valid.
yeah, because I manage all the social media for, you know, all things tournament related. I manage the YouTube, the Instagram, the TikTok for Flynn's for their fighting game tournaments. Like I manage all of that. So, and I want to be able to learn how can I get better at this so that way I can attract new faces to come out to the locals, because that's what I ultimately want. I want more people to come out to the locals because I have all the gear that I need there already. I just need more people. Like so much to the point where I'm overwhelmed, but it's a good problem for me to have because now that makes me become even more creative on, all right, this is what I can do. And that also, you know, lets the owners of the venue be like, all right, we're getting a lot of people for our tournament, so we're gonna have to make some changes for Fridays so that way we can accommodate this huge flux of people coming in, and it'll do good for the venue, and of course it'll do good for the scene overall because now everyone gets more people for brackets. Now people get more competition.
Hold on. We got Pico cooking right now.
Yeah.
We'll
He
speak
goes-
so quickly.
One thing we have to remember is what will happen with these locals once the Saudis stop investing in the FGC. Will locals be able to stay afloat for the long term?
That's a good question.
That's a
yeah.
solid question. And I feel like that has to be up to the locals itself and with the people that contribute.
Yeah.
It goes back to the people have to work.
Yeah.
And then also, I definitely agree with supporting locals to the point where we don't need to grant money.
Yeah. Because yeah.
Or the locals where they don't need.
Yeah,
grant
because
money.
It
yeah,
goes-
that's ultimate.
The
Because
question goes back to that same like statement we've been talking about.
yeah, because
And it's a. Sorry to cut you
no,
off.
no, go.
And I appreciate you guys saying this, especially in the comments, right? And there's probably other people who's going to see this too. And I'm happy if you say these things, right? And I'm happy you believe in these things, but I want you to show us. I've seen too many times on the internet where people are more vocal about something, but their actions no longer reflect what they're saying. And I need you guys to prove me wrong on that.
Yeah.
Because I've seen it too many times.
Yeah, and what I was gonna say is, like, as I said, I want more people because if I have a lot more people coming to the venue, if I have a lot more people showing up for the locals, the monthlies, the Fighter Fest, if I have that many people showing up to the point where my numbers are hitting triple digits, at that point it's just like I no longer need the Saudi money anymore because now I have the people. All I want is the knowledge of what can I do to attract more.
Yeah.
Because I've looked at several different options on, okay, what do I have to do to get more word of it out? Do I have to pay a lot of money, dump a lot of money into targeted ads on Instagram, on Facebook and whatnot? Do I have to do a lot of money on that? Which sometimes it may work, sometimes it may not work. Do I have to do that route, or do I have to do a route of, and I actually looked this up to where I print out a bunch of flyers, right? And I get it, and I take it through the post office system so that way they can deliver it to every house in a specific zip code. And I looked this up, right? And the cost of that is in the 5 figures.
Ugh.
5 figures?
Five
bro?
figures, yeah.
So no wonder why it
Because
goes
when you
delivery
think
speed.
of actual zip code, like think of one piece of flyer going into a mailbox, right? And now think about an entire zip code,
That's like thousands upon thousands.
almost million,
Yeah,
almost
Jesus.
million. Because especially
we're a
you're-
heavy state.
yeah, especially if you think of, let's just say, all right, we're gonna do all of Margate, which is 33063. That's about close to 1 million people.
No way.
Pompano Beach has about 5 zip codes.
What the fuck?
Yeah, 5 zip codes.
As a non-Broward person, what?
Fort Lauderdale, I believe, has about maybe 2 to 3 zip codes.
But
So
still,
think of that. Think about that. Like every flyer to one person that covers an entire zip code. You're looking to pay well over 5 figures, close to 6 figures in just target marketing.
That's literally salary.
Yeah. Like
No,
and
all
it's
that hurts.
tough. It's tough. But the best thing about it is yeah, you spend the money to have every flyer delivered to one specific zip code that is close to your venue. The end result, now you have a lot of eyes eyeing your venue, and then you may end up getting a huge influx of people coming in that day. But the amount of money that you have to spend may not make up the
Yeah.
amount of people that'll actually come.
the key word is May,
Yeah.
and that's a big ass gamble.
So that's why with this program, I just want to ask the people, especially the guy that I'll talk to at CEO, like, what are the best? I want to see examples of social media practices, so that way I have an idea of what I can do on my local and of course the neighborhoods around it and the zip codes around it, to where it's like, okay, I have an idea of what I need to do, so that way I can start marketing to different demographics within the range, and try to attract as many new faces to the local as possible.
Mm-hmm.
That's solid.
Well said. Yeah.
What are the odds that there's gonna be some big ass scandal where a TO just takes all the money and never helps a local?
Yo, that's gonna be the Twitter talk of the day.
Watch it be Florida. Everything happens in Florida for some reason.
Everything happens in Florida. It might be a side quest in GTA 6.
But I can definitely see people like using this to try to get more setups, because yeah, it is very understandable that PlayStation 5s are now expensive.
Mm-hmm.
So people are gonna want to at least get more PS5s for the locals. And I would say this, like, if you have a lot of people showing up for your locals and you have very few setups, I can understand that logic behind of, okay, I probably need help getting setups. Cool. Now, with that, what's the catch?
That's the one thing we're missing.
Yeah, what is the catch? So
Don't think there's a catch yet until we ask XYZ this specific question, or someone's gonna break it down later.
because if someone's putting money into something, there's got to be something that they're gonna want to
Probably,
get
yeah.
back in return. Now, I understand that on a local level, yeah, to grow the FGC and of course the major scene, like your CEOs, your Combo Breakers, your Frosty Faustings, your Texas Showdown, and probably have even more majors, popping up in the near future. The more people you have coming in, the better. It grows the community.
I have an idea. I think it might be a sponsorship per se, or it might just be like, hey, put EVO somewhere that we can notice. That could be one small thing, or have some merchandise to give out to the people.
Or we advertise EWC or EVOs, like
I've-
specifically an ad break where you make those announcements.
That could be a catch.
Yeah.
I could see that being like, we
Like-
want to see you post this clip, and we want to see evidence that you talked about EWC and EVO, and then we could keep sending you money. I could
I
see
don't
that
think it's gonna
happening.
be keep sending you money. There has to be a limit, or
Yeah.
Or yeah,
because
like-
it's gonna be like a stimulus check that's gonna die out.
yeah, I could see that happening. That's like the most like pretty surefire way of.
Because $1
Here's
million
this
for
amount,
multiple
you-
locals is way too broad.
Yeah, they'll give you a set amount maybe, and then you have the contracts like for this year. You're gonna have to do ad breaks on every game, every hour, talking about EWC,
Something.
something like that.
I'm like, that's not a bad catch for some people. Some people will most likely do it and lose to the terms of service.
Yeah,
as long as someone's reading a legally binding contract if they're getting money, because this ain't for free. There's
Yeah.
always a cost.
Just show me the contract, and then we'll see.
Exactly.
So,
But yeah,
as I said, I understand people's skepticism with it. I, for one, I would say I am indifferent to this. I am indifferent to this because one, I see a benefit, and two, I also see the disbenefits.
It's playing advocate pretty much.
But overall, this is very vague, and as time goes along, we'll end up seeing more of this. Don't know if I will have
Too many
Flynn's on the map or whatnot.
Oh my god, are you ready for those sensitive posts?
Yeah.
I am too. I want to get the popcorn
Mm.
or doner kebabs, one of those two.
Like, I'm bound to see it or whatnot, but at the same time, it's just like, yeah, your local is on the map or whatnot, is on the EVO list. Cool, but what does that do for me local?
Where are my people at?
Yeah. Like,
It's like
the probability of getting someone out of state to come to my local is like less than 1%.
very slim.
I want the people who are like actually local to my county, that are like within 10 miles away from the venue of the local. Like, I want to attract them.
Shoot.
I'm not worried about everyone else outside of that.
I love how I'm not anomaly. I'm like the 1% that comes from a county. I
Yeah.
come from Palm Beach County almost every time,
My God.
and no one bats an eye.
Yeah. Yeah, like my goal is to get many people that is like close to come.
Yeah.
Which will end up attracting more of everyone else who are like outside of the county, like the people from Miami, those from West Palm. Now they'll come because they see that a lot of people are at the local. Now more of them are going to come. So now that makes the local even bigger.
It's all with time.
So, all in due time. I believe in the fall season, more information of this is going to be revealed. But right now, this is in the beta phase. So we're just going to, wait and see. I can't wait to ask my questions. And of course, on the website, locals at evo.gg, ask them questions.
Yep.
It's right there. They'll give you an answer and see where that goes. But for me, as I said, I'm indifferent with this because
Yeah, I respect it.
there is something I could use of benefit, and I just want the knowledge.
Yeah.
Because knowledge is very important.
Knowledge is power.
Knowledge is power. And if I can use that knowledge to make myself better, to get more people to come out to the local, to the point where now I average every Fight Night Friday at Flynn's, like I average between 50s and 60s. This is like, okay, I don't need the locals program anymore. I think I got what I wanted. And I think I'm good and I can grow with this because now I have a resource that I can fall back to, that I can learn from, to where it's to the point where it's like, okay, now that we have expanded, now how do we go from 50 to 60 average to 80 to 90 average,
Mm-hmm.
and just, go from there. So,
Catching up with messages, reading from Moshpit.
Mhm.
You guys are in the middle of between Central and South Florida, and I think it's a good spot for two different regions can meet up and play. And then he goes, and I don't trust the EVO Locals program, lol.
yeah.
Real.
Yeah, but both sides of like trusting and not trusting is understandable.
Yeah.
We just have to wait for more solid context rather than
Yeah.
just call it a beta and just saying, hey, I got $1 million like I'm a Mr. Beast program.
Yeah. Because the whole thing, as I said, it's vague.
It's extremely vague. But
Like we see the benefit.
but there's
we
Google
just-
Docs too that you can sign up for.
We see the benefit, but we don't know what's the catch. Because there's always a catch to everything.
There's an exchange.
Like whenever you're trying to sell someone something and you just give them all the good stuff about it and all the good benefits, just like, okay, what's the play here? What's
Do you want drugs?
what is the plan? It's just like, hey, we'll loan you about $10,000, but it's just like, all right, let me see the contract. Like, let me see
The
what's
check.
let me see the negatives here. Like how much interest you're charging me,
Yep. It's either a loan or it's actually a straight up grant or it's like a sponsorship. Like we don't know where that money is going to be labeled or
Yeah.
what it's going to be labeled.
It could be a tax write-off. It could not be a tax write-off. We don't know. The question is up in the air. Many of us have a lot of questions, which is why, as I said, they have an email they have an email link where you can just email them and ask all your questions there. But every skepticism, the reason why people don't trust this, and it's valid, and I respect it. And at the same time, like, yeah, I would do so as well. Like, I would not trust this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm indifferent.
Like we said.
Yeah, ask some questions. Whoever's a TO or whatever, like, or content creator who's interested, ask questions. I imagine if you ask them enough questions, they'll go out of their way to make a FAQ, a frequently asked question.
Yeah.
And that would be public information that's readily available.
Yeah.
So ask. Go ahead and send an email.
Absolutely.
Oh, man, I got cozy.
Yeah, same.
Let's stretch it out.
All right, y'all. I think we are about time right now. We're almost going on an hour and 40 minutes. We pretty much went well over our expected time, but this episode, we had a lot to talk about, especially with
it's serious
PlayStation.
with PlayStation.
Yeah, especially with PlayStation's bullshit.
Fucking getting me mad.
Buy physical, y'all.
Yeah.
Buy physical,
So just
it's pirate.
Start hitting up them, them shops, them retro shops.
Don't rob anybody unless you have to.
Speaking of retro shops, let me go ahead and plug one. As we close this on out.
Word.
I want to make a plug. Let me find the account. I have to make sure I say it right.
Is it the one like next to Flunks?
No, I know that one, but there's another one in Miami. All right, so I'm gonna plug these two businesses for those that are interested in buying retro games or wanting to trade retro games and probably get good deals for it or whatnot, or you're just looking to grow your gaming collection because now PlayStation is gonna be getting rid of physical disc by January 2028, and you want to start getting your multiple CD cases full of games. I definitely recommend you check out this place in Miami called Multivest Video Games 305. You can find them on Instagram at Multivest Video Games 305. You can hit them up and you let them know that Silverback Senpai and the South Florida Gamers podcast have sent you. And the second one, this one, I've bought most of their retro games and consoles or whatnot. Hit up Way Back When. This one is also located in Margate next to Flynn's in the same plaza. It is called Way.
That's my goats. Gotta support them. They're my real fucking homies. I could vouch.
Way Back When. Let them know that the South Florida Gamers podcast have sent you there and they'll hook you up. That is Way Back When on Instagram. You'll find them. They are right next to Flynn's. You can't miss them. Let them know that the South Florida Gamers podcast has sent you. So, yeah, Multivest Video Games 305 in Miami and Way Back When in Margate in Broward County.
They're the goats, bro. I love them. They've been my go-to for buying my retro games. They're so adamant on the details of like the history of like retro games and like what it means to like collectors like who are trying to build their like collection of games. They take a lot of care and details to it. So I love them. They're great.
Pico did have a question and
yeah, I answered it.
Okay,
What's the question?
Nah, we ain't going to Super Conference tournaments.
Yeah, I will not. I unfortunately will not be at Florida.
You don't need to fake cry over that shit. Fuck
I will
that.
not be at Florida SuperCon this year.
More VTubers.
I don't need to have VTubers.
Nah, I think it's MetroCon they'll be at.
Just motherfuckers. Anyways.
All right. Any closing words, y'all? Walooiji.
Once again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. It's a pleasure having you guys. Shouts out to the comments. Shouts out to the later comments. Shouts out to my crew right here. We're not only going to be the best gaming podcast in South Florida, I say in Florida, just to keep going forward. But, man, PlayStation, got to get your shit together. I don't know how else to say it in the nicest way possible, but the fumbles are going to keep getting heavier if more stuff happens like this, especially with the PS3, PS Vita, and everything going digital. With EVO, let's be respectful of them for now and just acknowledge that this is a program that's going to be either beneficial or it could cause some type of issues later on until we get more evidence. And once in all, 198. We got 2 more episodes, so we reach 200, baby.
Yippee!
All right, ButterPunch. What about you?
So to go off of like the sad news of like, Sony doing all that thing, get your physical medias, get your movies, get your shows. I think it's important to have that because it's a tangible part of you. And then I'm going to assume most people are going to have families, right? And their own like offspring. You want to share this with your daughter or your son. And this is like a part of history that you were raised with. And I think that's important to like recognize that, So get your physical media. And then on the second thing is put your money where your mouth is. I was bitching about Sony all this fucking past month. So I'm going to show you what I fucking did this week.
Oh snap! What are you pulling out?
Oh, you actually got to switch too.
I got to switch too. You can bitch about whatever the game cards thing you want, but that's a physical thing at least. I got to switch too. Now partially, it's because Sony was charging $600 for a fucking console, all right? This is the cheapest we got. I had a PS4, a 3, a 2. I couldn't afford a PS5, so we got this sucker. I put my money where my mouth is. I'm gonna go on the Nintendo route for a little bit. So that was definitely my decision to go about it. And yeah, I still have my PS2 games, my 3 games. I have a handful of PS4 games. Sadly, I went digital on that route. But yeah, we as people have the power to affect companies because it's with our money at the end of the day. So, voice and do your actions with that, with your money, basically. I did it.
All right. Well said, bro.
Nice.
Well said.
I know that guy.
As for me, listen, I've already showed y'all my collection of games, and I'm still going to keep collecting because this is history right here. This is like my own small library that I can always go back to whenever I want because I have that access to do so. And I also have that access to let any of my friends borrow my games. And if I want to sell them, I have that access and that opportunity to. By the time January 2028 happens, you will not be able to have that with their upcoming games. I don't care how good it'll be. I don't care how great it'll be. All I know is that if it ain't on a disc, I'm not getting it.
Real.
Now, PC on the other hand, if it's on GOG, I'll definitely get it on PC on GOG. Because at least over there, it's actually yours. And you're actually able to play it offline, especially if it's a single player game. But as for myself, continue to buy physical, y'all. Get that backlog up and running. Start stockpiling, not just with your games, but your movies and your music too. Start doing that. So that way you're not at the mercy of these corporations who are now in the process of getting you onto their subscription plans and keeping you on it, keeping you hooked on it. Let's make that change. Let's go back to the basic ways of enjoying our entertainment media, and that is by owning them physically.
Hell yeah.
So with that being said, thank you guys so much for being a part of this episode and hanging out with us. I know we went hella overtime on this episode, but a lot had to be said, and we appreciate y'all. Big shout out to everyone for getting us over to 1,000 followers on Instagram. We greatly appreciate y'all. If you're watching this on YouTube, also help us get us to 1,000 as well.
Hit that
Greatly
like.
Do it.
Yeah.
Cowards.
We are the best gaming podcast in South Florida, and we will see you guys on the next one. No episode next week, Thursday, but because, 4th of July weekend, so there's no episode on Sunday.
Woo, America.
Yeehaw!
And next week, Thursday, we won't have an episode, but we'll be back with a guest on our future episode. So that being said, thank you guys so much, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.
Peace.
Peace.
Oh man, I need to pee.
Yo, did somebody drop kick something over there? Like I heard a thump or something.
I did not hear any of that.
Dude, it sounded like they flipped a table, bro.